Alright, what's going on, everybody? A little different change of venue. I got some free time and a little reprieve from the wife. She had a bunch of friends over. They did a bunch of Thai food, so I'm in the bedroom getting some downtime. Meal prep's all done. I'm trying out 3 new chicken recipes, a couple different beef recipes, spice things up, change it up a little bit. Doing fish most nights this week with a pot roast, doing in the crock pot one night just to mix it up. But I'm really tired of chicken, so hopefully the new recipes pay off. We'll find out. But I have Monday through Saturday covered. I'm trying something a little different this week. On the 2 refeed days, I'm doing my lowest calorie count and intake for those 2 days. Trying to keep really clean even on my cheat meals to make sure that I'm hedging my bets and putting my best foot forward for these 12 weeks. It's not going to be easy, but it's so far on track. I am really engrossed. I can't even think of the proper word for it. I had a little while ago, totally forgot it, brain fart. But lean phase 2 is spot on. The differences that we've made when I checked in with Alan and the coaches and stuff that have made to the program is fantastic. During big phase 1, I put on a considerable amount of muscle and strength overall. I wasn't eating as much. I mean, I wasn't eating a ton like people would think. I think I was averaging around 2,000 calories a day, maybe a little 1,900 to 2,000. And we made the change to go from that down to around 1,700, 1,750. That plus the change to the programs, and they're not huge changes as far as percentage of weights, a little bit lighter, volume and everything else a little different. Yeah, I got Generation Iron on in the background apparently. I was watching Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I guess that got over. But that made a huge difference, and enough for I don't really like posting pictures without a shirt on, but I was confident enough and was feeling pretty good enough that one night that I actually went ahead and posted some of my progress photos. And thank you all for your kind comments and responses. It's been a heck of a 14 and a half, 15 weeks from where I started to where I am at now. I am truly amazed by the gains, and by now with the lean program, the way that the fat is starting to melt off the body, and it hasn't impacted my strength or my endurance. Today, I did work out today. I took yesterday as my rest day. My back has been really tight, henceforth the foam rolling pictures and the foam roller right there. I've been having to do that a lot. I think when I was doing the pendulum rows earlier this week, I started at 225 and decided that I was going to be stupid and went 225 times 10, 235 times 10, and then 245 times 8 or 9, something like that. And I think that's probably where my back's really sore from. I didn't pull anything. Doesn't feel like anything's pulled. It's just really sore. And I don't know if that makes any sense. It's not a sprain. I've had enough back issues in my life with 6 back procedures, and then ultimately a nerve rhizotomy where they went into thoracic 6 and 7 and burnt out 2 nerves that were crushed in a scuba diving accident. But that seemed to clear it all up. So that was pretty good. Overall, I'm really just loving the lean program, and I'm loving the fact that we have a new influx of people into the Facebook community that we have, because there's a lot more interaction. It's great when I can meet people, and I'm getting to see more people's vlogs, which is great. I vlog all the time. Sometimes I just ramble, but I think what Steve and them put together by having us do the vlogs is a great idea. It helps us speak our minds, helps us get our thought processes out there, help us ask questions if we have questions, to share our positives, our negatives, what we've learned, and if we have confusion, we're able to go out and ask the community And the cool thing is, it's just not the community members that are checking it. We got Steve checking, we've got Jake Hutton checking, Michael's checking, Tyler's checking. Apparently, I've seen a couple times Chandler even pops on there. What's up, Chandler? I have to say this though. Hey Chandler, here's a little shout out, and you're gonna hate me for saying this. Every time I say your name, I want to go watch the TV show Friends. I don't know why, but yeah. So everyone's there and everyone gets feedback, and I think it's fantastic. To those of you that got to go, like Steve Collins and them, you guys to go work out with Jake the other day, and Kevin, you got to work out with Steve. I'm really jealous of you guys. That's on my goal list. If it's a bucket list item, people have weird goals in life. At 40, I turned 41 in February. I would love at some point between now and my 42nd birthday to check off that off of my bucket list, either work out with the Vanilla Granilla or with Mr. Big Lad himself. I think I want to drive down and figure out where Michael works out down in Austin, see if I can bump into him once or twice. I think that would be pretty cool too. Anyways, overall, I'm liking the lean program. It's really about the mobility now. The different muscle combinations they're doing in routines. You can feel it all the way around. People are asking in big phase one. I remember they're asking, how come we don't do trugs or trap work? Trust me, by the time you get to the big, like at least in lean phase two, I got trap work going on, and this program will kill you in a good way, especially the leg days with the HIIT training at the end. Yeah, that's evil, just pure evil. But I think it's a great benefit. One thing I'm doing now is I have to get up earlier in the mornings. I kind of divided things up a little bit. I'm now doing my cardio in the morning before I go to work, and I'm still walking the stairs. I'm doing a good solid 3.5 miles of walking and stairs at work. I'm not running them anymore, except for days where I think I need a little more extra push. But I had been running them, and it was just leaving me wiped out. So I'm scaling that back, and we're seeing how that goes. I am keeping an eye on the calories and the macros coming in. Alan Bishop was asking me, and he checked in with me, wanted to make sure that everything was going great, because we were noticing the fat was coming off, the body composition's looking good, but he was concerned maybe I was having some energy drops because of the lower calorie intake. I think because I'm really, really careful about what I put into my body. I do take quite a bit of supplements, but I also am really, really good about making sure that the food that I take in on my refeed days takes care of any cravings that I have, as well as is still clean, but I'm making sure I'm getting really good carbs in there, not crap carbs. I'm not wasting my meals. I'm have to do this very specifically so that for those that don't know, I did have stomach surgery. It wasn't a sleeve to lose weight per se. I had to have surgery to fix a ulcer in the stomach that I've been dealing with for a while, and they took out over a third of the stomach, part of the intestine, and then they had to fix some gastric reflux, so they had to fix the sphincter in the stomach. Anyways, long story short, I only have about half of a stomach, so I'm really limited at how much food I can take in at a time. And I follow that pretty carefully. I don't want to have any things about that. So I don't do intermittent fasting because I can't take enough food in at one time. I do plan my meals out. I have a timer that goes off on my watch, one that goes off on my phone, that says, hey, dude, you need to eat. And that's usually every 2 hours, and I'm always drinking water. I can't eat and drink at the same time. There's that complication. I do want people to know, and I want people to very much understand this. Stomach surgery does not mean you're going to be thin for the rest of your life. I had it. I was working out really good. I was in really great shape. My house got decimated in a hailstorm where we had hail this big. I'm not kidding. I have pictures. If you want to see them, I'll post them. We had to live with my brother for 4 months. Totally different style eating. They had a lot of bread, a lot of pizza, a lot of pastas. We didn't get to eat all the healthy food we wanted. I put 30 or 40 pounds back on. It's not that hard to do if you don't eat healthy. So it will help you lose weight and get control if that's what you're looking for. For me, it was to make sure I didn't get Barrett's esophagus or develop throat cancer, and to fix some stomach problems with the ulcer. But it doesn't mean that. So you still need to make sure you learn your macros, you learn your nutrition, develop those hobbies and habits of exercise, meal prep, planning out your meals, working with your family, and teaching them. My son is in the kitchen with me every night whenever I prep meals and cook. He's in the kitchen with his mom. He's learning. So is his sister, who turns 2 this year, will do the same thing. I firmly believe in teaching to eat healthy. When you feel full, you push away. Okay? I just, that's just how I've gotten to this point. I'm grateful for this program and the friendships that I'm developing in here. I think it's great. A lot of my friends here, it's true, there's a saying that I can't believe the list. It's got a picture of the Asian dude from the comedy shows. He's holding a thing. The list of people that I know that work out or are passionate about it. I think there's 1 or 2 people here in the Metroplex that I know that I'm friends with that are like that, but they live quite a ways away, so I don't have anyone that works out with me. So I lean on this group for inspiration, thoughts, and things like that. I follow a lot of people on YouTube and everything. And right now I'm just thoroughly enjoying it. I am doing 2 programs. I'm doing the Steve Cook Lean Phase 2 program. And then on the side, I'm also doing, I have to say this, the Scott Herman 12-week challenge. He came out with a new at-home kind of little workout program that I'm trying out for nights. That it works really well on the mobility and some of that other stuff. It's just a good 20 to 22 minute workout, so I have to give a shout out to Scott for that. And I have to say this, Scott Herman is the one that got me when I was first getting back into this 2 years ago, year and a half ago really, trying to find out what I could do, what I couldn't do after having all the back procedures and everything else. I'd asked and reached out to a lot of people. I didn't know about Steve Cook then. I'd just done some research and everything, and I reached out to several different people, and Scott is the only one that reached back to me and gave me a shout out. Didn't ask for any money or anything. Answered some emails, took the time to explain some macros to me. I made a friend and everything because he wasn't after anything. He didn't ask anything. And I'm not plugging him. He's not paying me for this or anything. I'm just saying he stuck out there, and then he had a program that came out, and I did that 12 weeks with him, and another 12 weeks with him, and that actually helped me get flexibility back. I had really bad shoulder impingements, back pain, hip flexors were bad. So he taught me a lot about foam rolling and stretching and using bands. And that got to me to where I could physically do what I needed to do for the requirements for the Steve Cook big program. And then that's where I'm at to now. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that Scott Herman stuff. So I have to give credit where credit's due. I'm not going to say I did it on my own, because I did not. I am learning to do things and plan for my future to be able to do it on my own. Which is why I'm grateful for this program, because they teach us. They don't just say, here's a cookie cutter program, follow this, do this, and that's it, and you're done. They actually respond. Now I'm in the Swolder program, so I have Alan Bishop, who is a fantastic coach. He answers questions. He doesn't do just like, the trainer at the gym kind of thing. Here's this, go do this instead. Doesn't explain it. He explains it, and he does it quick, clearly, and simply. And there's a lot of things I've had questions for years. A lot of us have questions on. And he's able to answer those questions. All of a sudden, the light bulb goes on, and I'm like, holy crap, why can't I think of that way? Another example would be with dairy. I don't eat a lot of dairy anymore because I never knew why. I thought, it's just protein and fats. It can't be that bad. I'm on a war on carbs. Well, it causes some insulin spikes and stuff and some of that. So you got to be really careful. And the video's getting a little long, so I'm just going to say I'm really grateful for the program because it's educational. I do keep journals, a lot of notes. I make a note of that all the time and reference that all the time. If you're not doing it, I highly recommend going to do it. All right. Anyways, I just wanted to give you where I'm at. I'm really grateful, again, for the program. It has helped me tremendously, not only with my physical outlook, but my mental attitude and perspectives as well. I'm very much more positive in the things that I do. I'm not as shy about answering questions when people ask me about fitness. People in the gym now look at me and they don't think I'm just some guy there. That's where people ask me questions. So you lose a little bit of weight, put on a little bit of muscle, and people start looking at you different. It's pretty cool. Don't like to get cocky though. Just keep going. I'm not an expert. I'm always learning. Make sure you always learn, always try new things. Listen to your body. Don't let it go off or anything. So anyways, I probably rambled on long enough. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys, phase you all out. I like the vlogging thing. I hope to get more interaction with you guys. Anyways, shout out to everybody. Thanks again for everyone for their kind responses in the forums, in the user group. and I look forward to seeing everyone's progress. It's fantastic. Anyone's got any questions? If I can inspire somehow, please let me know. If I can help somehow, please let me know. I'm just a 40-year-old guy that's trying to get through this, and I have a goal of being that ripped ass old dude at the beach that people's dads are like going, or the kids' dads, or the kids and my friends and stuff, and my brother's kids are like, oh, dude. So I know, cheesy goal, but it's more for health and being around for my kids and their grandkids in the future, since mine have both passed away. But anyways, I'm out of here. I'm going to let you guys get to it, and I will talk to you later.